1, 2. Okay, this thing should be on. Hello everybody, welcome back to part 2 of Let's Read PGR. And if you notice anything different, yeah, I finally got the game on my tablet. Sadly, the performance is going to suffer because this game is huge. Any more to the graphics and it will pretty much crash my computer. Well, laptop, tablet. Anyway, I did try to do a small playthrough with my phone, but a lot of issues came up, so now I decided to do it on my tablet. Had to sacrifice a lot of games for this, so just know that the Fate Grand Order playthrough is going to take a while. I am sorry. That's the one game that had to be sacrificed. But hey, at least I can do Arknights. Anyway, I'm gonna have to teach you guys where you can read the stories when you pretty much just skip through the whole thing. And that's basically coming to here, to the Codex. Now here in the Codex, you can basically look at the weapons that you do or don't have. Comms record, I kind of forgot what that was about. What was that about? Oh yeah, the mini events and also birthday. Ah, good grief. I wish they would do those again. You can also check out the enemies to see their weaknesses and whichever ones you manage to fight throughout the course of this game. Cubs, which are basically pet systems that can fight in this game. Memories, they're used to pretty much buff your characters. Galleries, just to look at some pictures that you collected through, well, they're basically cutscene pictures, but recollections, those are basically, what were they again? Oh yeah, video versions of the cutscenes. And then you have profiles, which will basically tell you all about these effing NPCs that you will probably like or not like. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway, story. Start with the one that I just recently read, Last Spark. Part 15. Let's go. A long time ago, before the apocalypse. Like everyone else visiting the Seaborn for the first time, Lustrous is trying to view it and soak in its entirety. If the Golden Age is a crown, then this is one of the brightest jewel on it. The main island glitters under the sun, pearl white and astonishing. It looks holy, as if it is from another time. I still don't know how to freaking say this. Merchant passed the Aegean Sea and their purple sailed ships. And witness, you know, why the frick are you making this comparison like anybody knows about this history? I mean, sure, some countries teach this, but not mine. Next. Just think of it as that scene from that Disney movie about Atlantis, okay? There you go. What a beauty, isn't she? Lustrous does not respond. She is completely focused on the city itself. Foaming waves crash and roar around the island. Every second, billion of gallon of water rushes under the island as designed, driving the massive tidal stream generator. The generators power the scattered tall buildings on the island. Windows light up in dense rows like stars falling on water. Traffic between the city center and its borders is constant. A light beam is shot into the sky from the ring-shaped submerged satellite city, disappearing before reaching the clouds with the help of optical camouflage. Supply ships from orbit land directly on the launch platform everywhere, with radiation shielding. Infrared is undetectable 2 kilometers from the city. Freighters and ships pass by the city, completely unaware of the wonders right next to them. It's hidden in the ocean, but it also illuminates it. A lighthouse beckoning humanity's future is standing right here, completely unknown. Lustrous thinks herself someone who is unmoved by wonders. She has always been rational, so much so that she has been called cold by others. But the moment she sets foot on the landing pad, standing before the seaborne city, she finds herself reconsidering her stance. Her heart is thumping wildly. I'm just gonna skip that part because this is just too much info. Blood rushing into her heart like the water rushing into the tidal stream generator. The gears are turning at remarkable speed, but both inside the city and inside her brain. It's not astonishment she is feeling right now. It is something else, something more particular. Her guide has misunderstood her brief silence. He thinks she is dumbfounded by Atlantis like every other newcomer arriving here.
Stop gawking. Catch up. Pretty bad luck that you came on Submergence Day. It's the fishing season, so we're getting more boats hanging around these parts of the sea. Obstacle camouflage won't be enough, so the city will submerge for a month. I'll take you to the main city. Most of us will work inside the chamber there during submergence. Don't worry, the space is much bigger than you could ever imagine. And supplies are well stocked like usual. You won't feel any different. I recommend looking at the sun one last time though. It might be the only thing you'll miss when you go down there.
Lustrous does as he says and turns to look at the sun one last time. The giant ball of fire hangs on the edge of the sky. Lustrous does not feel a thing when she looks at it. She knows how people usually refer to it as the... Great, what did I say that this... Earth-gracing, life-giving, more or less. There's nothing new about it. But to her, that has always been a ball of energy. Inside, nuclear fusion is constantly happening. The energy it generates every second is enough to sustain the entirety of Earth's civilization for nearly 100,000 years. It is unfortunate that humans cannot conquer the sun the way they did the moon. And yeah, we know the distance is too far, but they have a more daring option now. More ambitious than conquering the sun. 0-point energy, and here's the origin story. The source of the sun is simply nuclear fusion after all. It means that it requires a fuel source at the end of the day. But not 0-point energy. If we can extract it, it will revolutionize humanity's understanding of energy. All matter can become energy. The Art Knights community would like to have a word with you. She's about to become one of those who seek this path. This is why her heart is thumping. Humanity no longer has to conquer the sun. Humanity is about to surpass the sun.
Yeah, the nuclear fallout.
Lustrous retracts her gaze, turning it to the staff waiting by the ferry before her. She walks towards him, no longer turning back.
Oh, this is gonna get bad. Next to the landing pad is a canal connecting to Satellite City and the main city. A boat commonly used to transport goods is parked right next to it. Vera takes a look at the boat, surprised to find that it can still run. The equipment here is surprisingly well preserved. Okay, whatever. Vera jumps onto the boat, and you follow suit. Not long after you start the boat, loud noises appear around you. Corrupt is coming from the sea.
Alright, onward to the next part. Bus.
This was after that atrocious battle with my phone. A corruptor tries to sneak up on you from behind, but Vera nails it to the metal wall of the boat with her banner spear before it can touch you. Having made sure that it's no longer moving, she kicks it off the boat.
It's corrupted. Some of them are not mechanoids native to the city. That's strange. If that's the case, where the hell did the corrupted we encountered come from? Swarms of corrupted are approaching the city, surrounding it orderly. Somebody's controlling them. Just a side of it, I don't give a crap. It doesn't make me shiver, it makes me wonder.
Alright. Now that I read that part, back to the story.
Come on. Oh crap, I forgot Vortex has that issue. Alright, I finally found it.
Oh my gosh, this sounds so creepy.
4 hours before the two Babylonian visitors arrive on Atlantis, another uninvited guest is also visiting the city. She arrives from the depth of the ocean, being the coward she is.
Dang!
She has brought along all the corrupted she encountered on her way here. She looks like a returning queen with her army behind her. But Lamia knows that she's no queen. If anything, she's a parasite. She does not despise it. That is how she has survived until now, after all. But when everyone she depends on has left, she is forced to think for herself. Is this it? When her feet touch the surface, a sense of nostalgia and strangeness hits her. That guy didn't lie. I finally found it.
The mermaid climbs out of the ruins, carrying a cube.
What's this? I can finally get what I want? She has no idea how long she has walked along the ruins since she climbed out of the collapse opening, but finally she sees that familiar robot. Lamia stumbles and kneels before it. I have it. The robot extends his arm, ready to retrieve the white cube in Lamia's hand. But she suddenly withdraws her hands and holds the cube in her arm. Are you backing out now? No. Since you know so much, can you help me with one more thing? Oh? I've been trying to find a place, but I've forgotten much. I don't remember where it is anymore. She lowers her head. Tell me what you want, then hand it to me. Lamia clutches her head with a hand. An unclear number keeps appearing in her head. It seems like a piece of important information engraved in her mind. Scrapped repeatedly, the whole number inaccessible to her. She can only recall the first half of the number, no matter how hard she tries. No, not a number, instead of coordinates. Of what she does not remember. All she knows is it is a very important place, a place she must return to, a place of her obsession. Can I trust you? Of course! I'll do my best. Now hand that to me. Then tell me in detail what it is you want to know. The small robot eyes glisten. He is curious, after all, about what more he can learn from the desperate ascendant before him.
And I gave that mofo the most girliest effing voice ever. No regrets. Let's go.
Graveyard for the arrogance. Alright, who we playing as? Oh, I can play as my team. Yay! I don't know which one to choose. Who's not gonna crush my computer more? Let's go Ice. Please do not crash
さ
my
まざまな色を
computer.
掛け合わせて調和の取れた絵を描く。あら、私の得意分野だわ。
God, the graphics are not going well. Maybe I should have lowered it. The pyramid-shaped main island is superimposed above a large circular chasm where water pours down its edge and forms a majestic annular waterfall. Angular? I'm pretty sure it's angular. Waterfall plummeting into the seemingly bottomless abyss. Ride Road connects the main city and the 6 towering gray spires around it, still standing steadfast despite how long they have been abandoned. After defeating the corrupted, your boat enters the main city unscathed. Years have passed, but the paint from the Golden Age has yet to fade. The densely packed high-rise almost covers the sky, but their unlit windows no longer look like stars. The closer you approach the city, the more intense the sense of dread becomes. The 6 spires around the city are like 6 towering tombstones, save for the lack of an epitaph. Oh, wow. Okay, I see where they got it from. Everywhere you look are marks left behind by humans, but the city feels lifeless. Time is frozen in this place. History has stopped within these walls. Atlantis has forgotten the world, and the world has forgotten it. Wow. Wow, okay. That actually does look cool. You leaped off the boat. Vera walks ahead of you. You alright? Vera has looked miserable since receiving the message from Hassan. Hearing your question, she turns around. Huh? Are you seriously trying to take care of others' feelings when you can't even take care of yourself? How about you stop wasting time talking to me and try to find the intel they want ASAP? Hell, how are we supposed to find this precious thing they want in such a large city before it sinks? Not just in 21. What about them? You're worried about them. Vera pauses. She turns around again, her gaze piercing, her usual mockery absent. The chief commander said he'd protect them. Do you really need someone to spell it out to you? Don't you understand the subtext? Nicola wasn't giving me a promise. He was giving me a warning. He was warning me not to betray him. With that, you suddenly grasp what she is talking about. The chief commander is different from Corona. Do you honestly believe that? Stop with your bullshit. Lee is on your team. You must have heard him talking about Corona and me. I was one of Corona's. I got transferred to the task force later. Do you know how I ended up directly at Nicola's man, I don't care. Because he was one of Corona's too. It's not a secret. People from his generation know it full well. But most of those who know don't say a damn thing. It's not something worth celebrating after all. So understand this. The Parliament is the same as Corona fundamentally. Perhaps they acted and believed different, but given everything you've been through, how virtuous do you think the Parliament can be? The Parliament and Corona are in a deadly game of chess right now, and we are the pawns in bets. I suggest you focus on how to save yourself in this little dance they're doing first, instead of blindly trusting those in power. The frame I'm using right now is called Garnet. It's designed to fight constructs, to eliminate traitors. Unlike the Purifying Force, this frame isn't even registered in any system. Sending it to me can only mean one thing. The Chief Commander believes our enemy this time are the Coronal constructs. Can you justify to yourself that Coronal constructs are not part of Babylonia? What's the difference between what we are doing now and those civil wars the humans had back then? At the end of the day, they picked me for this mission simply because they didn't want to get Grey Raven's hands dirty. Before she can finish, you sense another intense tremble beneath your feet.
The corrupt hiding in the shadow reveal themselves. Stay back. Okay. Like, dang, woman, no need to freaking bite me. I didn't do anything. Don't tell me I might have to pause. Come on, you can do it. Boy, you're cutting at this building. What about it? Okay. This unusual behavior and abnormal corruption level. Well, it's right to say they are newly corrupted. We should hurry up. Okay, which way do we go? There we go. Looks like these isolation devices are still working. You guys too. Shoot!
天才的なタッチ
Another pause, because it ain't doing it. I do not want to do that. It's still sinking. Let's get rid of them quickly. Fudge.
ドローイングタイムこの色で
at least
未来を
you're
塗り替える
Prepare for the next wave of enemies. Ah, come on.
私たちの物語は始まったばかりよ
Hi. Lee, man. Really? Free armpit shot. God dang it. Ugh. This isn't ending at any time soon. Until you take down another wave of corrupted and Veriframe is overheating from the continuous intense fight. Get indoors! We immediately understand what you mean. She picks you up and carries you over her shoulder, leaping into the building. Oh, dang. The corrupted pass by the building, unable to detect your signal. As you have guessed, almost all buildings here are covered with radiation-absorbent material and built with special substance that isolate most usual signals. They are nearly invisible to a machine's eye. Having gone through this immediate danger, Vera relaxes her tense self and sits down, leaning on the wall. There is a deep cut on her arm. Vital fluid slowly drips out from the wound. She got it earlier, protecting you. She really gonna make it my fault on that one? At the same time, this commandant really can't do crap. She keeps saying she does not care for your safety, and yet you are unharmed. Save for being exhausted from the difficult journey, she has kept you protected. You okay? Do you think I look okay? Hey, I was just trying to be nice. Now shush and let me cool down. She leans on the wall, her artificial skin starts to turn red. Before you say anything, Vera gives you a stare. If you ask me if I'm feeling alright again, I promise you I'll throw you into the ocean. That wasn't what I was going to say. Vera remains silent for a long time. Having cooled her frame a bit, Vera takes a deep breath and starts treating her wounds. And like humans, most of the construct wounds are not lethal. But also unlike humans, their wounds do not heal themselves. You need my help? No, you'd make it worse. Vera quickly stops the bleeding. You're surprised to find her no less delicate and skilled as lives. She fixes herself in no time. I can help you if you need. Is the true measure of a chief being relentless or having incredibly thick skin? She looks at you, and this time she speaks unprompted. I just think that everything we're doing now is stupid and meaningless. The Parliament, Chrono, this mission, are all stupid to their core.
All those calculated men are so damn stupid. They will not stop fighting each other even when everything is at stake. I'm stupid too for telling you this. You think this mission is pointless? Mara looks up. What do you think the point is? If you understand the Parliament and Corano enough, you'll understand why they are dancing around you. Corano wants to lock you up for conspiring with the enemy. The Parliament wants you to sacrifice everything for the fate of humanity. They're both trying to rob you and bleed you dry. One of them is blatant with their intentions, the other one decorated with righteous cause. Everyone knows the Punisher virus comes from within the 0-point reactor. We're already paying the price. Look where we are. How ironic to have us investigate a place like this. Don't they know how the world ended? Do they want a sequel already? She closed her eyes. The soldier crying on their deathbeds, the comrades falling before her eyes. Her memories of past and their pain floods her mind. I thought the Parliament would be better than Corano at the very least. Surprise! There are also morons who tempt fate, poking at something so dangerous just to counter the opponent. You think we should leave the 0-point energy alone? I don't think. I know it for a fact. Can you deny that it was what started all this? You cannot refute her words. That is a fact, like she has said. Humans have long died on the road to their ambitions. The city is just a graveyard for their arrogance. Hehe, title drop. Ah, that was absolutely horrible. Come on, let me out. And that's about all I'm going to do today. I'm going to figure out the settings for this game here so it doesn't do that whole lagging crap anymore. But until next time, I guess we'll head on to dang part 4 of this. Anything to say, Kamui?
ずいぶんついてくれたじゃないか。覚えてるよ。いつか仕返しをしてやるからな。
I'll be waiting for you to try.
Later.
Why is this history book only half written? Because it is waiting to be filled with the wars yet to come. Those Sarkaz who march off to their deaths will be nothing but footnotes. Speak your mind, Doctor. You might just as well leave behind some unique commentary on this segment of history.